So now we're looking at the start of the under 17 men's quad. In lane 1, we have Crescent, or lane 2, I should say. Lane 3, Notre Dame. Lane 4, Dawn. Lane 5, Thunder. Lane 6, Conshohocken. And lane 7, Setahunas.
That's St. Stithians, Katie. So they're the South African crew.
Oh, wow.
You won't be familiar, as this is their first time here at Canadian Henley.
Oh, welcome to Canada.
Yeah, they won I believe it was the under 17 women's double.
Wow.
Maybe 20 or 30 minutes ago. So here they are again with an outside lane, which didn't hinder their under 17 women's double. They won from the outside lane, so they'll be challenging right now some of the other crews. So certainly the Dawn Rowing Club, they won this event last year and the year before, coached by Horatio. Horatio, he's been at Dawn for a few years now, consistently developing really competitive crews. Their junior crew is doing quite well. Came home with an under 23 win in the women's pair earlier today. So not only are they developing those athletes through the junior programming, but now they're starting to come back in their senior years. You got Conshohocken, they're always a competitive club, certainly in the quad events. St. Stithians, they've made a great statement, certainly in their first race so far in the finals. Thunder Crew, they're the team out of lane 5. Full disclosure, that's where I coach at that boathouse. One of the athletes, stroke seat Frank Lowe, I coach him through the school year at St. George's School. The other athletes, I kind of help out as a coach there, but really the head coach, Vince Amodio, local here, Blessed Trinity athlete, St. Catherine's athlete. He's drilled these guys to a pretty high standard. They've got 8 athletes here from Thunder. They've never come to Canadian Henley before. Under 19 quad, under 17 quad. We'll see what they can put together today. Looks to be the Dawn Rowing Club rowing quite cleanly right now.
Yes.
Bousey just taking a look to his left, to his right, seeing where the other crews are, checking on Notre Dame and Crescent, towards the island. Thunder, Conshohocken, and St. Stithians on the other side. And he'll just be letting his teammates know where they're standing as they're coming through this second 500.
So it looks like they have a good rhythm, keeping the rate relatively high and aggressive. You can see Bousey looking from side to side. He really is doing a good job of keeping an eye on the whole field.
And you can see why. Not much to give. Crescent out ahead a little bit. Notre Dame right in there with Dawn Rowing Club. Crescent from Philadelphia, you can just see there, Bousey took a look over. So he's doing the same thing. He's making sure his teammates know how they're standing, where they're sitting as they're going to be approaching the halfway point of this race, the 1,000-meter mark of this race. Maybe right now at the 900. Just letting his teammates know, here's where we sit. Here's where Thunder is. Here's where Conshohocken is. Does look on this shot right now to be the Thunder crew in lane 5. Being led by Frank Luo. That's Jackson Bailey in 3, Elijah Brown in lane 2, Rowan Conwall in bow seat. But certainly not much to give between them and Conshohocken. That's stroke Matthew Davis, Bryson Bernhardt, Kevin Connell, and Daniel Ward. But Crescent in the lane 1, Chad Noyes, Noel Roberts, Matthew Wnek, and Peter Gray. Really exciting racing here in the under 17 men's quad.
Yes, this is definitely tight. So we're passing through the 1250, and it is all within a length for at least 4 crews here.
Yeah, looking like Crescent by half a boat, maybe a little less. And then Thunder, who's got about half a boat on Conshohocken and Dawn.
Yes, very tight. So Crescent leading coming into the last 500 meters.
Good move by Crescent in that third 5.
Yep. So tight between the Thunder and Dawn. Looks like so we're coming into the last 500. We're thinking about sitting up tall, keep breathing, keep pressing into the rhythm. You can see here that the crosswind picks up a bit because you lose the shelter from the island. And here we have UBC on your screen now, receiving their medals for winning the Senior Women's 8.
UBC, that's Alex Birkinshaw, Caitlin Greber, Claire Brilliant, Paula Cameron, Lucy Vincent Smith, Michelle Weslowski, Allison Goodwin Wilson, Katrina Walker, and Michaela Ashley.
Yes.
I will say, again, I do have a bit of that insight knowledge on the Thunder crew, sitting down a little bit on Crescent as they were coming into the bottom 500. Frank Luo stroked the under 17 lightweight Cox 4 for St. George's School this year. They were sitting third coming into the bottom 500 meter in that final at CSSRA this year, and they ended up winning. So he does know how to lead a crew, how to stroke a crew through that final sprint, coming to the line to kind of work through another athlete. We'll see if they can put something on, whether Concha Hawkins going to work off their sprint, whether Dawn's going to work off their sprint to get themselves into a good position. But when we last saw this race, it was Crescent in control. We'll see what happens.
Here we go. Coming down to the line, you can see all the crews are entering the red buoys and beginning to lift for their sprints. It does look like the Thunder have moved out a little bit on Dawn, and then Crescent and the Thunder definitely going down to the line as high and hard as they can.
Yeah. Right, definitely coming up in the Thunder crew. They're staying together. Catches going in together.
Yeah, you can see right by them, Concha Hawken about a length down.
Yeah, not
sprint towards the line.
Not quite sure where Crescent is. Looks like the Thunder crew heads in the boat, and Elijah just rolling around a little bit, putting everything he's got out there. Can't quite see where Crescent stands.
Coming down to the line. Still can't see Crescent. Oh,
it looks like Thunder.
The Thunder had an amazing sprint to the line, like you said. They brought it up and sprinted from third all the way into Henley Gold. Congrats to the Thunder. So that crew again is Rohan Kawan, Elijah Brown, Jackson Bailey, and Frank Leo, coached by Vincent
Amodio. Really exciting for the first Thunder showing, really at least in a final at Canadian Henley. Got a couple other crews in the regatta still. An under 19 men's double. Those were the semifinals earlier. They were actually shifted to